Hi, welcome to Talking and Reading from Japan. I'm your host, Hidemi Woods. Here, I'm reading an episode from the books I wrote and talk about it or anything else that I just feel like talking to you. I hope you enjoy with me. Today, I'll read an episode from one of my books titled An Old Tree in Kyoto. Today's episode is titled A Song for Celebration. This is about my late grandmother who was looking forward to singing one particular song for me. A Song for Celebration. One day, when I visited my grandparents' house, my grandmother on my mother's side asked me to sing a song. I sang the then popular song with dancing in front of my grandparents and my parents. I was about 7 or 8 years old, and it was just casual singing. While everybody was laughing, my grandmother alone seemed very impressed. She seriously said to me, "You should become a singer when you grow up." And turning to my mother, she said, "You should make her a singer." Although my mother shrugged it off as rubbish, there was no joke in her suggestion. She herself loved singing. In her later years, she learned Japanese old traditional singing, which had a unique, slow melody on a Chinese old poem. She often told people around her, including me, that she wanted to be skilled at singing one particular song for celebration so that she could sing it at my wedding. Eventually, I became a singer, but she passed away without singing at my wedding because I still stay single. That was today's episode. I wanted to be a singer. I had wanted to be a singer before this incident happened. Before my grandmother suggested I should be the one in the future. Being a singer was my childhood dream. And so I liked singing, and my father often recorded my singing as a hobby. And he recorded it on a cassette tape and rewinded it and listened. We listened to it together. And and he gave me his impression about my singing. Basically, it was flattering, and he no matter how bad my singing was, he just he just raved at me. He praised my singing was so good. You are you sing so well, so good. So it was like I was sort of under mind control or something, and I didn't judge my singing so precisely or correctly as a child, but because my father said I was good, I regarded myself singing so well. It's just no without any right judgment. I just believed so because my father told me that I was good. And maybe from the start was a big misunderstanding, but I never doubted that I could sing. I can sing so well. That was just tattooed on my brain. And so it worked. It has worked in me for so many years, and eventually I became a singer. But the the beginning was like that. My father is my father's almost blind liking of my songs, of my singing. And one day, the incident in this episode happened at my grandparents' house. And I sang casually in front of them, and my grandmother was somehow so impressed, and it seemed like she found my career right there. Her impression was, that's it, I found it. She will be a singer. That was her reaction after my singing. And although everybody was just laughing and clapping their hands toward me, my grandmother was dead serious, and she just kept saying that I was going to be a singer someday. And my father's blind praises and my grandmother's reaction of this kind, those two factors, I guess, those two factors worked quite strongly for my career decision as a singer. So I think I think we should be careful to what we are saying to children. Even though we say really casual remarks and just as a light chattering, children may take it so seriously. So I think we should be careful from my experience, because it really worked as drive for my career choice. And the song that was picked up in this episode, which my grandmother learned for my wedding, was called Shigin in Japanese. Was an old traditional slow a little bit boring song, in my opinion. But my grandmother joined a community circle and learned how to sing it there. And she particularly practiced intently one song, and she said it was just for my wedding. Of course, I didn't have a plan of wedding or any kind at that time, even now. And even so, my grandmother was preparing for preparing for a wedding, which might or might not come in reality. But she believed the day of my wedding would come. Someday. So she practiced it for such an uncertain future. And she almost every time I saw her, she declared to me she was ready. Her singing was got to be mature, and she was able to sing so well. So she said that she was ready, and how about me? Meaning she wanted me to marry as soon as possible. And so she, as by mentioning her readiness of singing that particular song, she urged me to get married. And she at some point she concentrated on my marriage so strongly, so that she called me up early in the morning just to tell me to get married. So at some point I think she was obsessed about my getting married. But I kept waiting. I kept making her wait because I had no intention to marry. And she waited, and long years passed. And in her later years, not the last time I saw her, but close to the last time that I saw her, she still said to me, "I'm ready." And I had forgotten about it, about the song or anything. So, what? You're ready for what? I asked. And she said, "The song, your wedding song. I'm ready. I still got it. I still got it so nicely. So I still can sing." So even that time, she was waiting for me to marry. And she thought I was going to get married. But I still stayed single, and I had been single until the day my grandmother passed away. So, in a way, I won. I just made her wait until the end. I think she, I don't know whether she slided the singing to other wedding, someone's wedding, like her relatives or someone else. But so she may have sung that song on other person's wedding, but at least in my knowledge, she hadn't had that opportunity. She could have slided it to my younger sister's wedding, but my younger sister also still stays single. So it was quite, we are the youngest ones among her 5 grandchildren. So it was hard for her to slide the opportunity down to the younger grandchildren. So I think she could have made it to her great grandchildren's wedding, but I don't think she was able to make it. So basically, I am a genius of making people wait. I do everything, anything, so slowly. I'm not doing that on purpose. It was my nature. No matter how hard I wish, strongly I wish, I couldn't do anything fast. I'm a slow person. I do everything so slowly. I run slowly. I talk slowly. I take about 10 years to complete one song as a musician. So I just can't do anything fast enough. And so people around me end up waiting for me in any case. But I think the person who has waited for me the longest time, was this grandmother of mine. Because she waited for my wedding for decades, which didn't materialize in the end. So I feel sorry for my grandmother to keep her waiting for such a long time. But in fact, I'm still making her wait up above the heaven, because I still stay single, and so I haven't heard my grandmother singing that song for celebration. And it's highly unlikely the day of my wedding finally arrives. It won't come forever. So I hope my grandmother find some other opportunity, some other event to sing that song for celebration somewhere else, for some other event. And I imagine that she may have sung it already in heaven for something happened around me. Well, that's all for today. Thanks for listening. I'm Hidemi Woods. I hope you come back here and I can talk to you soon. Thanks again. Until next time, take care and be well.